Puff ain't persuade me to be Muslim. I don't think he persuade, Mase to be Christian, Shyne to be Jewish.
Right.
It's just that when you understand that this is a business, and business is not going according to, the work you put in. It's like, okay, listen, it was a time when you was at a rough patch. Me being the kind of dude I am, loyalty. I'm gonna help you get right, because that's what I learned in the street. If I help my man get money, I'm gonna get money. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody, a lot of street dudes that came in the music business don't understand the dudes that you're dealing with ain't from the street. So you can't come with the mentality expecting them to reciprocate something that you understand in the street.
Right.
They don't understand that.
Right.
So that was my mentality. All right, cool. If I get this right, double back, get me right, everybody right,
we're good.
And we good. But when I started seeing, like, hold up, slipping a lot of Mickeys in there, dog. Like, let me breathe. Like, come on, man. Like, I just got my first set of wings. Like, let me fly. Like, I started feeling like I was being impeded from growing.
Like that time, your time was never gonna come.
Well, the time was then.
Right.
Time came.
But you know what I mean.
The time came. The time was then. The time was at that moment. The push, the support, and everything that was needed to solidify that time for me wasn't there. So at that point, I felt it was the best thing for me was,
You think at that point he was jaded? A little?
I wouldn't say jaded. I just think, like I said, it's just that.
Or apprehensive?
I believe that I was definitely in a very unique situation. Because like I said, we're dealing with another artist. But if you look at the music business, right? L.A. Reid, he had a lot of face. L.A. Reid ain't never tried to get on nobody's records. All his artists thrive. Whatever he needed to support their careers and help them go, they go. Right. Suge Knight ain't never tried to get on nobody's song and like that. You know what I'm saying? Certain, success that comes from having CEOs that don't have the ambition of artists. You know what I'm saying?
That don't want to be all in the videos.
Yeah. But the reality of it is, it was working for him. Yeah. It ain't like this was somebody.
It was a winning formula.
Yeah, that was trying to force, a non-talented situation and put it, before true talent. Is like
this work from the rip.
The guy's talented. You know what I'm saying?
And if you think about the work that he did prior to having his own label and how he was kind of pushed out of that situation, this was like preemptive for that never to ever happen again.
That could be. That could definitely be his, psychosis. That could be his mindset. But for me, being in my 20s at that time, I'm not thinking like that. I'm just thinking like, yo, dog, we doing something amazing. It's amazing. These records is huge. You know what I'm saying? We performed at the White House. Like we doing big things. Like during 9/11, it was they had all the firemen over here, the police over here, Puff on stage, waving the American flag. Like we at the White House. You know what I'm saying? We doing Z100 arenas. Everybody on Z100 is not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I toured with Britney Spears, NSYNC, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on Nickelodeon when Nick Cannon was on, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like everything that he said, that's I think the thing with Puff. Regardless of where he may be in life or in his career, you do not want to not bet on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think anybody got any sense struggles with, like, you don't want to not bet on him. You know what I'm saying? Because of what he accomplished. You don't want to not bet on him. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, I kind of outgrew that situation, which leads to the journey that I'm on now.